Hey, hi. So recently went to another hackathon, and I mean, our hack went nowhere, did not win, but had fun making this voice uh, a pull request review extension as a Py extension. We made it as a Py extension. It could be GitHub a GitHub extension as well, like a Chrome extension which runs on a sidebar in GitHub. Maybe that as well, but let's quickly show what it does. It's called PyReviewer. So if you're on a repository, you can write a review, and then either you can just start a review on the current diff that you have, like from the last head till whatever unchanged changes you have right now, or you can just do like review PR pull requests, right? And it will show up all the pull requests on your website right now. Let's say there's some recent pull request that Copilot wrote, and there's something that I do a lot. Like I farm out GitHub issues to Copilot to write, and it just submits pull requests. So add type head search. Maybe I just want to review that. So I'll go start it off, and this starts it off, right? Yeah. Now the idea is like, how would we? So it shows up the diff right now here. You can see it either side by side or unified, either way. And you can click on open PR and it will open the actual pull request on GitHub as well, right? So this is just doing it locally. And you have a voice mode and a text mode. Let me kind of show the text mode first, which is like if I go to this file and let me just write here, why do we need to add search query? Done. And it files off basically a task, and it files off this task inside using Py as a sub agent basically. And while we wait for it, I can go to the voice mode. When I go to the voice mode, I think in the recording my voice will go away because Py will start capturing this. But let me add one. For example, let me just write something here. Why did we need to import fill max width here? Did we check that we have created strings for every possible language? Is the Chinese translation actually correct here? Yeah. So what happens is that each of these things that I spawned off, they do a like review on that, and it fetches information, and it's like AI responds whether the Chinese translation is correct or not. The translations are accurate and appropriate. It did a check, like it actually made a web search also for this term right now. Actually, correct, made a web search and found that out. And yeah, I mean, if I go down here, I think I had asked why did I import Filmax. So it says that um, it was imported because it will create an outline text field on line 140, and so that's why it needs that. So I think here in line 140 it needs that, and that's why it created it. Why do we need to add search query? It answered that question as well. So you can like ask questions of different lines of the code like this. And yeah, when everything is done, you can do review close. That review is closed. You can also reopen other reviews. So if I do reopen, there are other PRs that I have reviewed. For example, like, I mean, right now there's this. So where do these reviews really go? So they are they go to Py folder inside reviews. There is a review.json created, and like what exactly questions that I had asked and what were the answers, and the search result. Like if we did some search, so sometimes I had requested it to answer why fill max width was important. It actually makes a search query to Stack Overflow to also understand what fill max width is used for. Um, and it will do that for every query. It will research a bit more about your code. So the idea is like to be able to do agentic code reviews, just like you do agentic coding. Because a lot of reviews like I think Greptile or I think CodeRabbit and all, they just take a snapshot of your diff and they just review, and then they give great reviews, answers and all. But a human reviewing the code has other context as well. Like sometimes they might know about other things in the app and they can ask that, okay, why are we doing this change here if that other thing also existed? So this is to let you use the agent to do a review like you do as a human, but use the agent to superpower you rather than the agent kind of doing the review on behalf of you in the background, and who does not have the context that you have about the code. And I do it a lot. Like I need to review code, and then the size of the code reviews have increased a lot recently. So that's there. I mean, technically, if you really want to install it right now, I think there is a way to install it right now by just going to my GitHub and get this. But I'll probably package it in a better way and then use a like maybe Gemini as the audio agent, and maybe allow people to have different search providers and install it. But yeah, that's what we made. It's a fun project, more than anything. I think I will be using it myself a lot. So yeah.